Question two, how do you approach programming for the early off season? So, we touched on this a little bit already, but he was asking specifically, integration of isometric exercises, eccentric contraction focus.
Mm.
Any comments there?
Yeah, so this is good, and this is a little bit more nuanced. So I kind of gave you the big picture approach of like shift center of gravity back, rebuild connective tissues. So I will absolutely do some longer duration ISOs. So again, my basketball specific clients, there's a lot of patellar tendinopathy, jumper's knee, however we want to think about it. So in a lot of cases, there is some longer duration ISO holds, Spanish squats, that sort of thing. To try and relieve that or just the analgesic effect. But I got a couple guys in particular, like if you look at them, like if you could make a human looking rubber band, that's who they are, right? And they can jump out of the gym. So a lot of elastic, just energy storage there. So we'll generally start with some isometrics there. But yeah, this is absolutely a time where I will bias some eccentric stuff. And again, just trying to rebuild that muscle architecture, right? And let's just even take it back a step from that. Instead of just thinking muscle architecture, just think about contraction types on a court. Everything is fast, elastic, stiff, right? Versus here, I want longer time under tension, fuller range of motion, slower and more controlled eccentric. So again, we're overloading muscle versus connective tissue. Like those are the things that I'm really focused on. So of all of the training blocks, that's the one where I'll generally harp on, especially eccentric time under tension a lot more. So maybe it's a 3 or 4 second eccentric and a contraction, muscle action, however you want to think about it. And in case you want to get nerdy on the nuance there, but I really will emphasize the eccentric there. A lot of times, whether it's a squat, even like a leg extension, split squat, things of that nature, if somebody's really like gummed up, because some people, we know that split stance is valuable to them, but sometimes you put them in that position, you have them come in and out, and they've got knee issues or they've got hip issues. That's where I may use isometrics as well. And I'll just put them in whatever position or depth is pain-free, and then I'll make them camp out there. And then I'll just kind of mold them to the position and the shape that I want. And the thought process is over time, we can get those muscles and those connective tissues to yield a little bit, increase some compliance. And then over time, maybe in the next training block, then we can do the same exercise, but now make it dynamic where they're coming in and out of that position.